now I'm going to show you how I squiggle grade the wall. It's my favorite way of transferring my design onto any surface. I'm very fast at it now. I right now use a little bit more tape than I usually do, just so you understand better the process. But once you get better, you need less reference marks. I would also like to explain that I do these marks with masking tape. I have masking tape in many different colors, so they always stand out against a wall. I used to use letters and numbers that I would quickly paint with a spray can or a brush or chalk. But the chalk one I still use, but you need a dark wall to really see them from afar. Whereas I stopped using the spray paint and the paint letters and numbers and symbols because sometimes they will bleed through my design, or I would have to spend some time covering them up extra hard. Whereas with the tape, I tape it, I sketch, I remove all the tape. It will leave you like maybe some gaps in your marks, but those are easy to resketch or imagine where you were going with that line. And yeah, I highly recommend using tape for your squiggle grade. Now that we've taped the whole wall, you can either tape the whole wall or the areas of the most concentration of design. So if you have a lot of nothing, just a plain color in the background, obviously don't mark those areas because you know there is just plain color there, but make sure you put a lot of marks in areas where you're going to have a high concentrations of details in your design. And now I'll show you how I'm going to take a photo of it, of the wall, trying to stay as centered as possible. I've taken the photo. I like using Canva. This is my iPad. I open the photo of my wall with the squiggle grid, and then I have here my design, and I just insert my design onto the wall. I try to be as precise as possible to fit it in there. And then I go and make it a little bit transparent. Now, by making the design a little bit transparent, I see exactly where the lines are in correspondence to my marks. Now, I will save this image. I have Canva on my phone and on my iPad. I will save this image on my phone and just go to the wall and start looking at the marks and be like, okay, between this line and this line there is this arch, and then draw that, and then go around with all the petals by looking at the marks on the wall. I hope this is what I'm seeing on my phone, and I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, and right now I'm gonna be focusing on kinda drawing the outline of the flowers and the leaves, just so I know where they are, so that I can fill in the background without going over the whole space where the flowers are gonna be. So my squiggle grid here didn't have to be super specific, but if you needed to do it just one time, so you have already the squiggle grid for when you do the flower details and you need that much guidance, you can add as many little marks, pieces of tape, very teeny tiny slices of tape, anywhere you need them to be. Whereas I'm gonna just kind of free sketch it because I have quite a bit of experience doing it now. But this is how it looks on my phone, and this is what I will be looking at throughout the process. So what I'm looking at here is this line is going up, this first petal is above that little mark, and then it goes downhill to this long line here, but I'm gonna go past it, and then I'm gonna go below, and then there's going to be this leaf here that goes across these two marks this way, and so on and so forth. So I hope you understand the image I'm looking at while I'm painting this bit, and I'm gonna show you how I put together quickly the whole design. I'm happy with my drawing. This is all I need. For now, I'm gonna start painting the background and kind of closing in on my drawing. If some lines aren't perfect, I know which one is the right line, so I can resketch it later. Or if I really need to do a very detailed part, like probably in the middle of the flowers, I will do a little squiggle grid later just for that section. So you can use this over and over and over. It took me, I don't know, I'll let you know at the end how long it took me to do all of this, but I find it a very quick way to report my design. I can do it in public. People love watching this process. I can't use sometimes a projector like this space. The wall in front of my mural is very close to it, so I couldn't set up a projector to project this whole image, and I would have to really mess around decomposing the image and trying to put it